Hudson fans and readers, this is your Gangplank Gourmet, Jeff Sublette, and I have a nice surprise for you. You know, if you spend enough time roaming around the docks, you meet some really nice people, and I want to introduce you to some folks that I met that are on their way to Florida and left Wisconsin, coming down through the locks, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to let them give you the skinny on what's going on. And your captain?
I'm Pat.
Pat?
Yep.
And you're captain of this?
This 34-foot main ship.
So we have Pat and Mike and Mike. Okay. Is this, I understand, Farmer Mike?
I'm a farmer by trade.
Okay.
And, you know, I live in the same area he lives in central Wisconsin. And after he learned that I had taken a 20-foot boat from Wisconsin down to Mississippi to New Orleans, and from New Orleans to Key West, Florida, I suddenly became his best friend.
I understand this is your
Third trip.
third trip.
The second trip was in 1998. We took a boat I purchased in Wisconsin, and he and I and a crew of people on the boat would go for a few hundred miles, fly back home, somebody else fly in, we'd pick them up in Louisville, and we took that boat to Key Largo, Florida, and that's where it stays.
So everybody is guys from the old hood.
Yep, you got it.
And do you all winter in Florida? Is that?
Yes, I spend most of the year in Florida now. Originally from the same area, but preferred to stay down in Florida.
Okay, and they're calling you Dr. Pat. Is that?
Dr. Mike.
Dr.
That's
Mike,
Pat.
I'm sorry.
Right.
You practicing physician?
No, I retired about 14 years ago, emergency medicine.
It's good to have one of them on the boat.
I was going to say it should be that should be legal, law-abiding to have an emergency doctor on every vessel, especially making a trip like this.
Right.
Especially with our crew.
Yeah.
Look out!
Yeah.
So we have Mike, the navigator, Mike, the doctor, and Pat, the captain. Tell me a little bit about the boat.
The boat is a 10-year-old 34-foot main ship. I bought it from the original owner, who had 100 hours on the boat. It's always been kept in heated storage in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, right on the waterway between Lake Michigan and Green Bay. And I bought it this August to take down and be my family boat down in Florida. And we've already put on as many hours on this trip as he put on the boat in 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pristine. 6-cylinder diesel motor, running just great.
I can see just from a cursory observation that the boat is immaculate. It looks like I never would have guessed that it was 10 years old.
Yeah, there's hardly a ding in it.
And I guess you guys have been on board now for how many days?
16. It's the
16th
16th day.
Hey,
How many miles on the odometer?
1350 so far.
wow. So it must be pretty comfortable, and everybody is still friendly and talking to each other. Okay.
Beer helps to stay friendly.
So in answer to your question, I'm the cook
You're the cook.
and chief bottle washer. That's
Okay.
right.
Do we want to get a comment from the crew on the being the Gangplank Gourmet? How's the food?
It's darn good.
Ah.
We hope he stays for the entire voyage.
Okay, excellent. So everybody's and you're doing the navigation.
Yeah, and that's going well. We haven't hit ground or plan
rocks
to visit the Statue of Liberty, and plan to visit Ellis Island.
Well, if you're going down and you're going to spend some time or at least a night in Liberty Landing,
Yes.
you will enjoy that. You'll be right next door to the Statue of
Okay.
Liberty. You can actually see it.
Yeah.
The park is right there. You can get a boat from
Boat
the park.
ferry over
Yeah,
to it.
you can walk right to the ferry. You're going to be treated to a couple of fantastic restaurants. No slight to the cook. But
We'll take them out.
Get a night
I'm,
off, huh?
I'm getting you a
Get
good
a-
word in for you.
Get a night off for a change.
Mike, I'm giving you a break. Maritime Park just opened, fabulous, right next to the ship's other restaurant is the Hudson, the Liberty House. Liberty House, right in the park. Wonderful. If you like Italian, you'll love the Liberty House, and I think Carlo is the maitre d'. Makes everybody feel at home.
Wow.
So you'll have a ball there. You can get a ferry over to the city, right there at the marina.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's about an 8-minute ride, and I think it's about $8 as well.
Oh, yeah.
But so you have access to downtown Manhattan. Then the plan is Edgewater to LaGuardia,
Picking up our friend. It's
Pick
flying
up-
in. One more guy.
Pick up another crew member,
Yep.
and then from there down around, I guess you want to go down the East River, see a little of Manhattan, the other side, or
Yep.
and down to, is that when you're planning to go to Liberty Landing?
No, we'll go to Liberty Landing probably
Tomorrow.
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 And then Wednesday morning, his flight comes in at 11. We'll pick him up. And then we'll probably be on our way. We'll start getting off the water about 4.
Okay.
Nice, gives you
Yeah.
enough daylight to get in. By then you're ready to get off the boat if you can, and you know, check it out. We always like stopping somewhere where we can get out and walk around and see some of the sights too. So.
Yeah, local.
How so you're running what? How many hours a day? About
8 to 10.
8 to 10 hours
Yep.
a day. Okay. And how did you find the locks?
Oh, the locks were just fantastic, and the nicest people running the locks.
Oh.
We started in, well, we obviously came through under the Mackinac Bridge from Lake Michigan down Lake Huron into
Past Detroit.
past Detroit out to the Lake Erie to a wonderful spot out there on South Bass Island, Put-in-Bay, Ohio. We got 2 days coming from there, coming across the old Lake Erie and got blown ashore 2 different times. And the third day was nice and calm. We had a great time in each port we got blown into.
By 1 o'clock, we were getting
Yeah.
off the water because it was
So
too
rough.
rough,
Too rough.
and so we picked up nice
Then the
little
Buffalo, New
city
York,
and
yeah.
beautiful marinas, and
Yeah.
we're in port.
Then to Buffalo, and then the trip down the Erie was just really interesting, and
Yep.
everybody was so nice.
The people running the New York lock system are
Fantastic.
fantastic that you
believe
can't
it.
describe it
Also
in
stopped
words.
Niagara Falls. Went up to
Oh.
Niagara Falls.
So you're taking the scenic route.
Well,
Yeah.
sort
Just
of.
enjoy the trip.
Yes, but we keep moving along. But yeah, we went rented a car, and some of the guys had never seen in Niagara Falls. I don't know where they took their wives when they got married, but
But that's another story.
yeah, we won't go too
We
deep
won't
there.
go.
Same place you didn't.
Okay. And so from here, you're the next stop. What's your next stop after Liberty Landing?
Well, we don't know
We
for
don't
sure.
know. We just go.
You
We
just
we,
go.
we
Go
just
with the
go,
flow.
and we keep track of where the of coming ports are, and
Hence
then
the
we try
cruising
to.
guides and
Right.
So then we try to time it. Okay, we're going to be to this spot by 4:30. I
start
guess
looking.
we'll go in there.
What's your cruising speed typically?
17, 18 miles an hour.
So 17, 18 miles an hour, and if you're out 8 hours,
Yeah.
approximately, what's that? 56 and 80, 130 some odd
You
miles
can
a
do
day.
that, but a lot of times you go slower too.
That
Mhm.
would be the longest day. I mean,
Yeah.
if the waves get rough, you're going slower, and slow no wake areas, you're going slower. So I don't know if we ever made 150 miles in one day. I think
close
not.
to it up on Lake Huron.
Okay, one day.
So you figure an average of about 100 miles.
Yes,
Oh,
that'd be
yeah,
a yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're planning to be in Key Largo
When we
Sometime
get
this
there.
winter.
sometime this winter. Oh boy. We're going to have a lot of envious folks listening to this conversation.
Another 8 weeks or so.
Sounds. All boating on the Hudson can do is wish you a bon voyage and enjoy the trip. I don't think we even need to tell you that. You guys look like enjoyers of the
Yeah.
cruise.
Well, we've done the three of us have done a lot of other trips too. We've been to Bahamas a bunch of times. We've been to not supposed to say Cuba, are we? Probably not supposed to say that, but
That other island.
that other island.
Yeah,
down
that
there,
outer
so,
island.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, this upper reaches of the Hudson is just some of the most beautiful cruising grounds I've ever seen.
This
It's
is-
gorgeous.
This is a great time of year to go because
Yeah.
there's not a whole lot of people. The
Yeah.
towns are quieter.
And color.
Oh,
The
We have
color,
a lot
You're
of
just
quality
starting to
color.
change.
the
Yeah,
locks
yeah.
on the Erie were empty basically.
we couldn't have chosen a better time to go.
Marinas you can
Couldn't
pull
have.
in anywhere.
The weather's been great.
Yeah.
Well, we've had a day and a half of rain,
Mhm.
on the whole
and
trip.
in the boat that's meaningless.
Right. The boat looks very comfortable.
Yeah.
You have a steering station that's completely covered and out of the weather, and looks like you can get below. Life is good,
That's
and
Life
you
is
love the
good.
Hudson.
Oh, I love the
Yes.
Hudson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
the
out
Hudson
and boat,
is
folks.
beautiful.
Come out and boat.
Okay. You heard it here, guys. Boating on the Hudson is where it's at. So get those motors humming.